Hey you guys, it's Jade. I'm going to teach you how I utilize my planner just to organize my business every single day. Okay. So you can use any planner that you want. Don't spend $1 million. Don't spend too much time worrying about it. The best planner that you can use is the one that you actually use. Okay. So it is going to be so important that you use this every single day. So again, let me show you how to do it. Okay. So first thing that I do, that I like to do is I like to keep track of my volume. So I always write like where my volume's at every single day for my team. You can also do your customer volume as well. Just so that way every single day you're kind of tracking it, to make sure that it's growing or to know how close or how far you are from your goal. Okay. So the next thing that I like to do is we're going to write down the people that we're talking to, okay? So you're going to have 3 kinds of people, okay? You're going to have potential ambassadors, you're going to have potential customers, and then you're going to have people who do host-to-post for you, okay? And so I like to keep track of every single one of those people, all right? So let's say I had a bunch of different people message me or I'm messaging them. First of all, I only write their name down if we're going back and forth, okay? So if we are having a back and forth conversation, so that means that if I'm going out and I'm messaging, I don't write down every single person's name that I'm messaging. I only write their name down if we're going back and forth. So if I message Susie and I'm like, hey, I think you'd be great at this business, or hey, I got your comment on my post about my gut reset. Are you interested? And she says yes. And then we start to go back and forth. I give her information and stuff like that. I'm going to write her name down. Okay. And this is how I do it. So I would write, This is how I do it. I would write Facebook. So if we talk on Facebook, so the first thing I do is which social media platform we were talking on. So I'd write Facebook, Susie Smith, first and last name, and then what we're talking about. So their name. And then let's say we're talking about the business. So I'd write potential ambassador and then the what we are talking about. Okay. If I am talking to someone on Instagram, I'm going to put where I'm talking to them. And let's say I'm going to write their handle. You go, girl. And then let's say we're talking to potential customer and we're talking about core. I also like to sometimes write down the products, okay? So that's pretty much how I do it. I would write down their name, Amanda Grant. Let's say we're talking on Facebook. And then we're talking a potential customer and we're talking about greens, okay? But also I bring up the business to people. So if I bring up the business, I'm also going to write potential ambassador. So that way I know that she's also interested in the business. And I just do this all day long, okay? For host to post, my goal is to get 10 people to post for me every single day to keep my list growing. And so I like to, just to make sure that I'm doing like what I want to do. Again, like this is just all being about very intentional. I'll write all their names down. Okay. So, Brittany, Maylee. I don't know. And I'll just write all of their names down. Okay. So Brittany tells me she's going to post. She says yes. And I give her the post. I'll double check through that she posts and I just check mark it off. That's literally how simple it is. My goal every single day on a daily basis is to have 5 new back and forth conversations. That is my goal. So I don't really use like a lot of like the prompts that are in these planners. Like I don't use them as they're supposed to be. Okay. I will literally just number through, so that way I know. Now, the other thing that I will do is let's say that Susie and I were talking today. Okay. Let's say Susie and I are talking and Susie's like, she's interested in being an ambassador. And she says, okay, I'm going to enroll on Friday. Okay. So I'm going to go, my dog just tooted. I don't know if anybody heard that. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put PAM for, this is how I'm going to do. Let me kind of clear some of this out, okay? So potential ambassador. I know she's a potential ambassador, okay? And then I'm going to put follow up 1/23. Let's just say she's going to enroll on January 23rd, okay? And then what I would do is I would flip through. Oh, good. It automatically added another one. So then let's say this is 1/23. Let's say that's that date. I would write her name here, follow up, potential ambassador, Susie Smith, Facebook. I mean, it doesn't matter in the order that you do it. I just want to know that I'm following up with her, that she is a potential ambassador, and where I'm talking to her. Because also, you guys, sometimes like on Instagram, it like you'll see their full name, like you'll see their first and last name at the top, and you won't see their handle, the like at you go girl on Instagram. You know what I mean? And so this is how I do it. This is how simple it is. I just write down every single person that I talk to on one side. So every single person that I talk to, and then all the people who say that they're going to do host a post for me. I like to track my volume, or you can set goals or anything like that, just so that way I'm keeping track of where everything is at. And that's how easy I keep it. Then when I'm talking to someone, my goal is to get to the end of our conversation, which is the close. So let's say I'm talking to Susie Smith, and then let's just assume that this is a Friday, because you're going to find that most people say that they're going to enroll on a Friday. And let's say I go follow up with Susie, and Susie gets started. If she gets started, I'm going to put a cross through her name so I know that she gets started. If Susie cannot get started, what I will do is I will say, okay, when can you? And let's say she tells me February 3rd, okay? And then let's say that I go to February 3rd in my calendar. I'm going to write, oh gosh, it keeps spinning. I'm going to write Facebook, potential ambassador, Susie Smith, enroll. Okay, so I know. And I know that she's supposed to be enrolling on this day, and I'm going to write her down for here. So I will literally, now here's the thing. Someone asked me this too. Let's say I write someone's name down and they tell me they can't enroll until another date, just like Susie. Do I erase her from this day? No, I don't. And the reason why is because when I'm doing my follow-ups, let's say it's February 3rd, and let's say I have, 13 different names in my planner of, let's say all of this is full of people that are supposed to order as a customer or become an ambassador. And out of all of these people, like 25% of them will probably actually enroll or get started. That's pretty normal odds. So the ones that do not get started, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I grab all of those people's names and I put them on a planner for the next day. So like if I message Susie on February 3rd and she said, no, I'm still not able to get started, or I'm nervous, or I want to think about it, or whatever it may be, whatever. I'll say, okay, when do you think? I'll get you in my schedule to reserve your spot. That is my question for all of these people. If I'm talking to you go girl on Instagram, gosh darn it, it keeps doing that. If I'm talking to you go girl here on Instagram and we're talking about core, and I give her the information, all the things, and she says it sounds good, and I say, okay, perfect. Are you ready to order now? I can send you my link and walk you through it. She says no. And I say, okay, when will you? When can you? I can get you in my schedule to reserve your spot. And she goes, oh, January 23rd. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to put at you go girl, da, 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 da. Okay. So then when the 23rd comes, I'm going to, bring it up, and I'm going to say, hey girl, I got you in my planner, in my schedule to order the core. I'm so excited for you. Are you ready to get your order in? And if she says yes, I'll get her order in, and then I'll cross her out so I know, but I'm not going to erase her. If she says no, I can't right now, I'll say, okay, that's fine. When do you think? I'll get you in my schedule to reserve your spot, and then I'll write her on the next date. The reason why I don't erase people is because every single day I'm going to have lists and lists of all of these people that I have been talking to about the products or the business. And I'm going to have all these lists of all the people that did host a post for me. So when I'm going through and I'm doing follow up and it's the 23rd of January and I'm going to just start going back in my planner. I'm going to go back and I'm going to go back. And what I'm going to do for my follow up is I'm going to message every single one of these people. I'm gonna follow up with Susie if she enrolled. I'm gonna follow up with you, Go Girl. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot Amanda Grant. She never ordered, so I'm gonna message her. I'm gonna message Barbara. I'm gonna message Jessica. Oh my gosh, Brittany, she did host a post for me. I'm gonna message her maybe about doing another host a post, or I'm gonna message her about the business. Like, I'm going to see if she'd be interested. She did host a post for me before. She's obviously watching my page. I'm going to message her about the business. Do you see what I mean? So I just use my planner as this like daily tracking of all the people that I've talked to about the business, about the products, so that way I can keep track. I promise you that if you keep track of your potentials and you stay on top of them and you do a really good like follow-up, this is going to change your business. And also, you're not going to forget people. I'm going to tell you this right now. If you do not write people's names down, you are going to forget who you were talking to. And oh my gosh, like imagine okay, we're in January here. So imagine that come August, we have our convention, our summer convention, and we release a bunch of brand new products and we have a promo for being an ambassador. You want to be able to go back through every single day of that year and share these products with everyone that you possibly can. And the first people that you want to tell are the people that you had been talking to, because you know that they were interested, because you know that they needed extra money, because you know that they're watching you, okay? So we want to have a plentiful, full follow-up list. Just have some really good information to say, where you guys were talking, Facebook, talk, which product you were talking about. So then that way, if we release or we have like a brand new sale for, let's say we have a sale for detox. Well, Amanda Grant wanted greens, which is a detox product. So I can message her and say, hey girl, listen, I know we were talking about the greens. We have another detox product called our detox tea. It's on sale right now. I think that you would love this product. Do you see what I'm saying? So adding a little bit of information in their line is the best thing that you can do. Okay. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, don't spend like $1 million on a planner. The best planner that you have is the one that you're actually going to use. And I'm proud of you guys. We'll talk to you later.